Just imagine one small silver coin hiding in your change jar could secretly be worth more than a lifetime of paychecks. A coin so rare that collectors whisper its name like a legend, a piece of American history forged over a century ago, and today it's turning ordinary people into overnight millionaires. Welcome to True Coin Value, where every coin tells a story, and some stories are worth a fortune. In this video, we're diving into the top 10 ultra-rare and most valuable standing Liberty quarters, the coins that changed the game of US. Coin collecting forever. These aren't your everyday quarters, they are national treasures, hidden masterpieces that carry the spirit of America's early 20th century and the weight of unimaginable value. But here's the real question. Could you have one of these forgotten treasures lying quietly in your drawer, your old piggy bank, or your grandparents' attic right now? Don't blink, because in the next few minutes, I'm about to show you the jaw-dropping truth behind these ultra-rare standing Liberty quarters that could make your heart race. And trust me, the one at number 1 will shock you. So grab your magnifying glass, sit tight, and get ready. Because what you're about to see might just change how you look at pocket change forever. This is True Coin Value, and today you're stepping into the world where small metal turns into massive money. Let's begin. Coin number 1. Our first treasure in today's incredible lineup comes from a time when America was still dancing between two eras. The Roaring '20s had just begun, jazz was finding its rhythm, and Liberty herself was standing tall, on a shining silver quarter that would soon become a legend. The 1920 standing Liberty quarter, without any mint mark, might look like just another old coin at first glance. But don't be fooled. This coin is one of those silent treasures that holds a story deeper than the silver it's made of. Back in 1920, the US Mint was still striking quarters designed by the great Herman A. McNeil, an artist who poured heart and pride into his design. On one side stood Lady Liberty, not sitting, not hiding, but standing strong and confident, shield in one hand, olive branch in the other. She wasn't just a figure. She was a symbol of a nation finding courage after the First World War. The coin's composition, 90% silver and 10% copper, gave it a glow unlike any modern coin. Each shine told a tale of craftsmanship, patriotism, and artistry that no modern minting machine can ever replicate. But here's where the mystery deepens. In 1920 coins without a mint mark were produced only at the Philadelphia Mint, and production was extremely limited compared to later years. Combine that with the delicate design of Liberty's robe, which easily wore down, and you have the perfect recipe for rarity. Now, look closely. That's where things get truly exciting. The 1920 standing Liberty quarter, without a mint mark, shows sharp, detailed strikes when preserved in good condition. The folds in Liberty's gown, the stars, even the small shield lines, all of it carries artistic brilliance that almost seems alive under light. The reverse side, with the majestic eagle flying high between 13 stars, was meant to symbolize the nation soaring forward into a hopeful new decade. But few people know that many of these coins were melted down or lost during the economic turbulence that followed, making surviving examples rare beyond belief. Collectors in the US and across the world are chasing these 1920 standing Liberties like treasure hunters. Every auction ignites a bidding war, and prices have been climbing like wildfire. You see, the no mint mark version is among the hardest to find in very good condition, because most were heavily circulated during the 1920s, used in every kind of daily transaction imaginable. To find one today with details still crisp and original luster shining through, is like finding a diamond in an ocean of sand. That's why professional collectors call this coin a sleeping giant, a piece that silently grows in value while the rest of the world looks away. Now, here's where things take a jaw-dropping turn. The current market value of a 1,920 standing Liberty quarter without mint mark, in this kind of beautiful, very good condition, has reached around $182,000 and rising. Yes, you heard that right. This small silver coin, once worth just 25 cents, is now a treasure worth over $180,000. That's not an exaggeration. This is the truth collectors are whispering about right now. The market value of this coin is skyrocketing day by day, and experts predict that it's just the beginning. Wait for time, and you'll see its value grow even higher. Don't take this as fiction. This is reality, and this coin could literally change someone's life overnight. If you own one, you're not holding just a coin, you're holding a piece of America's golden history. And remember, the Standing Liberty series rewards patience. Don't rush the search. Every coin you inspect brings you one step closer to the next great discovery. The 1,920 Standing Liberty quarter isn't just rare, it's a symbol of artistry, courage, and value that refuses to fade with time. It's proof that sometimes history rewards those who believe in its beauty. If you've ever doubted that small things can hold big power, just look at this coin. It's living proof that greatness can fit in the palm of your hand. And guess what? This is only the beginning. The next coins in this list are even rarer, more mysterious, and more valuable. So don't go anywhere. Hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and stay with us. Because True Coin Value brings you freshly updated stories of America's most valuable coins every single day. Now, let's move to the next Standing Liberty treasure that's rewriting history right now. Next up, now we step deeper into the vault of history, into a year that tested the strength and spirit of America like never before. The year was 1921, a time of economic change, recovery, and silent rebirth after the storms of the Great War. But within that year, hidden among everyday coins, the U.S. Mint produced something extraordinary, something few eyes would ever see again. The 1,921 Standing Liberty quarter without a mint mark. A coin so rare that just holding one feels like shaking hands with history itself. 1921, a year when America was finding its rhythm again. Factories roared back to life, jazz clubs filled the night, and the American dream was beginning to take shape. Yet, within the Philadelphia Mint, another kind of dream was being born. A coin, crafted not just from silver, but from symbolism, artistry, and national pride. This quarter, like its siblings, was designed by the brilliant Herman A. McNeil, whose Standing Liberty design had already captured the imagination of millions. On its obverse, Lady Liberty stands strong and proud, shield raised high in defense, olive branch extended in peace. Her pose represents a nation both vigilant and hopeful, strong enough to defend itself, yet yearning for peace in a changing world. The coin's composition, 90% silver, 10% copper, gave it a natural brilliance, a reflective shimmer that made it feel almost alive. Each coin, struck in 1921, carried within it the glow of an era that refused to fade, even after a century. But what makes 1921 so exceptional is its scarcity. The Philadelphia Mint, for reasons still debated by historians, produced far fewer quarters in 1921 than in most surrounding years. The Mint's focus had shifted toward other denominations, and the Standing Liberty design faced production challenges that limited its output. As a result, the 1921 Standing Liberty Quarter was struck in astonishingly small numbers. And as the years rolled on, these coins vanished into circulation, rubbed smooth in daily use, and eventually disappeared, leaving only a handful that survived the test of time. Finding one in extra fine condition, like the one you're seeing today, is like stumbling upon a lost relic of American craftsmanship, a piece untouched by the chaos of the century that followed. Look closely at this coin, because every detail tells a story. On the obverse, you'll see Liberty's flowing gown, her shield etched with tiny vertical lines, and the subtle Liberty inscription that still shines sharply despite its age. The edges are bold, the date crisp, and the delicate texture on her robe still whispers of the artist's original vision. Flip it over, and there's the majestic American eagle in full flight, soaring through 13 stars. The wings are outstretched, proud and flawless. Each feather a reminder of the hand-carved precision that went into every coin. This is the soul of real minting, before machines ruled the art. But here's what few people know. The 1921 edition shows minute differences in strike pressure and plancher finish, giving it a distinct surface texture compared to 1919 or 1923 issues. Experts can often identify a 1921 coin just by the way its silver catches light, slightly softer yet deeper, almost like it's breathing with history. In the world of US coin collecting, few years carry the magnetic pull of 1921. Ask any experienced numismatist and they'll tell you this coin is the ghost of the Standing Liberty series. Everyone's heard of it, but only a select few have ever held one. Demand for it is absolutely electric. At every major auction in the United States, the moment a certified 1921 Standing Liberty Quarter appears, the bidding floor lights up. Collectors' hearts race, paddles rise, and the price climbs faster than anyone expects. Why? Because time has proven one thing. This isn't just a coin, it's a gateway to fortune. And every year, fewer examples remain in existence. The 1921 no-mint mark quarter has become the holy grail for many coin hunters, a piece they dream of discovering in a forgotten safe or dusty family collection. And when they do, everything changes. Now brace yourself, because this is where the story turns from fascinating to absolutely stunning. Today, a 1921 Standing Liberty Quarter, in extra fine condition like the one we're featuring, commands a current market value of around $180,500. Yes, that's $180,500 US dollars for a single silver quarter that once bought a loaf of bread. And here's the unbelievable part. This value is not slowing down. The market is growing hotter every month, and experts predict that as top-condition examples disappear into private collections, prices will skyrocket even further. Don't take this lightly. This isn't a fantasy number. It's real, it's verified, and it's the truth of today's coin market. If you have one, or ever come across one, you're not looking at pocket change. You're looking at a treasure of American heritage, a true vault of wealth in your palm. The kind of piece that turns collectors into legends. Wait for time, and this coin's value will rise again. Believe that. For anyone searching for this beauty, patience, precision, and passion are your three weapons. Always examine the shield detail, the date clarity, and the luster of the silver. Be cautious of wear. Many counterfeits smooth out the robe or miss the intricate wing feathers. If you find a 1921 Standing Liberty with strong strike details and a clear date, send it for professional grading immediately. Certifications from PCGS or NGC not only protect your investment, but can double or triple the coin's value instantly. Remember, collectors who move smart today will rule the auctions of tomorrow. The 1921 Standing Liberty Quarter isn't just a piece of metal. It's the echo of an age, an era of hope, artistry, and American pride that refuses to die. It stands as living proof that history still hides treasures, waiting for eyes sharp enough to see them. So if you ever stumble upon a silver quarter from 1921, stop. Look again, because you might be holding something the world has been searching for. This is what makes collecting so thrilling, the hunt, the discovery, and that heart-stopping moment when you realize you're holding a fortune in your hand. And remember, true coin value brings you stories like this every single day, freshly researched, passionately told, and always dedicated to unveiling the truth behind America's most valuable coins. Stay with us, because what's coming next will shock you even more. The next Standing Liberty Quarter in this list will push the limits of rarity and value. Next up, gleaming silver coin resting under a spotlight. Some coins age gracefully with time, but others defy time itself. They shine as brightly today as the day they left the mint, untouched, unspoiled, and unbelievably rare. And our next treasure is exactly that. A coin from 1920 that never felt the wear of circulation, never lost its glow, never surrendered its secrets. This is the 1920 Standing Liberty Quarter without a mint mark, in stunning, uncirculated condition. And my friends, what you're about to see is not just rare, it's breathtaking. The year was 1920, the dawn of a new decade. America was stepping out of the shadows of war and into a time of jazz, innovation, and rising prosperity. But amid this change, the Philadelphia Mint struck a coin that captured the very soul of a reborn nation, the Standing Liberty Quarter, designed by the legendary sculptor Herman A. McNeil. This wasn't just a coin, it was a message from a proud nation to the world. Lady Liberty stood at its heart, upright, fearless, confident, her shield lifted to defend freedom, her olive branch extended toward peace. The coin's composition, 90% pure silver blended with 10% copper, created a metal that shimmered with timeless grace. The craftsmanship was so precise, so detailed, that under magnification you can still see the delicate strands of Liberty's hair, the texture of her robe, and the faint brilliance that makes it look like it's glowing from within. Every 1920 no-mint mark Standing Liberty Quarter came from the Philadelphia Mint, but only a handful survived untouched, still uncirculated, still perfect. These are the coins that never faced the world, never exchanged hands, never fell into the rough rhythm of commerce. And that's what makes this one so incredibly rare. The 1920 uncirculated Standing Liberty Quarter is a visual masterpiece, the kind of coin that collectors dream about and historians can't stop admiring. On the obverse, Lady Liberty's figure is deeply struck, her shield and robe showing razor-sharp details that were lost on most circulated versions. The olive branch in her hand still glimmers like it's fresh from the engraver's tool, and the field, that smooth background, remains mirror-like, reflecting light in a soft, silvery dance. On the reverse, the eagle in flight, bold, majestic, soaring across 13 stars, still carries that original frosted luster known as mint bloom. Every feather, every edge is crisp and radiant. Collectors describe this specific year's strike as one of the finest of the early 1920s, and the no-mint mark 1920 in uncirculated condition is one of those near-mythical finds that make experts stop, hold their breath, and just admire. It's not just a coin, it's a preserved piece of the Roaring Twenties, a perfect echo of the past. Now here's where the excitement truly begins. Finding a 1920 Standing Liberty Quarter without a mint mark in this uncirculated state is like finding a shooting star frozen in time. Most of these coins were used heavily in circulation, passed through hands, pocketed, and worn down to smooth discs over decades. But to find one that's never been touched by time, with its silver shine still alive and untouched, that's the ultimate dream. Today, serious collectors across the United States, from New York to Los Angeles, are locked in fierce competition for such pristine examples. Each time one appears at auction, bidding wars erupt, prices leap, and jaws drop. The rarity and condition together make it one of the most hunted Standing Liberty Quarters of all time. Every major coin event, every numismatic showcase whispers its legend, the 1920 uncirculated. Have you seen it? Because those who have never forget it. Now let's talk about its value, and I warn you, this is where collectors' hearts start pounding. The current market value of this 1920 Standing Liberty Quarter without a mint mark in uncirculated condition is an astonishing $186,000 and climbing. Yes, 186,000 US dollars for a single quarter that once gleamed in the palm of a mint worker more than a century ago. And here's the most incredible part. Experts say this price is just the beginning. The market value of this coin is increasing day by day. Each year, as fewer uncirculated examples remain in open circulation, collectors are willing to pay more, much more. Don't think of this as a number. Think of it as a symbol of how powerful history can be when it's preserved perfectly. This coin is not less than a big treasure. If you're lucky enough to have one like this, you're sitting on what could easily be called a silver fortune, a legacy that grows in value even as you sleep. Wait for time, and this coin will surprise you again. Believe it. For collectors watching right now, here's your insight. When searching for a 1920 Standing Liberty Quarter, focus on luster, detail, and surface preservation. Even the smallest scratches can affect the grade, so inspect every inch carefully. The uncirculated versions are known for their brilliant strike quality. Look for clear shield lines, bold date digits, and sharp edges around the stars and eagle. And remember, only trust certified grading from respected institutions like NGC or PCGS. A certified uncirculated 1920 Standing Liberty can multiply your investment instantly. Patience and passion, those are the keys. Because when you finally hold one in your hand, you'll know the chase was worth every moment. The 1920 Standing Liberty Quarter in uncirculated condition is more than a coin. It's a frozen moment in American history, a gleaming reminder that beauty, courage, and craftsmanship never fade. 100 years may have passed, but this coin still glows with life. It's living proof that value doesn't just come from rarity. It comes from the stories, the history, and the spirit behind every strike of the mint. So if you ever come across one, hold it close. You might just be holding a fortune disguised as history. And this is what true coin value is all about, uncovering the real worth behind every rare piece, revealing the hidden treasures of America's coinage. Stay tuned, because what's coming next in our list will push the boundaries of rarity even further. You haven't seen anything yet? Next up, sometimes history doesn't whisper, it glows, and the coin you're about to see glows brighter than gold itself. The year was 1919. America was stepping into a world of change. And among the ordinary coins that jingled through the pockets of citizens, one quarter emerged that would go on to become a national treasure. This isn't just silver. This is the 1919 Standing Liberty Quarter, struck in Philadelphia with no mint mark, carrying an extraordinary natural golden layer and breathtaking beauty. And my friends, what you're about to discover will make you look at old coins with brand new eyes. 1919, a year where hope and hardship shared the same breath. The Great War had just ended. The United States was redefining itself. Amid this transformation, the Philadelphia Mint continued producing the iconic Standing Liberty Quarter, a coin that embodied strength, peace, and freedom, all in a single design. Created by Herman A. McNeil, this quarter wasn't just money, it was artwork struck in silver. Every detail, every curve was sculpted with emotion, from the folds in Liberty's gown to the proud shield and the olive branch she carried. But what sets this particular coin apart from all others is its brilliant golden toning, a natural phenomenon caused by decades of silver oxidation and time's slow embrace. This golden hue shimmering across the coin's surface gives it an aura of wealth and mystery. Under the right light, it doesn't just shine, it glows. And that glow is the mark of authenticity, the silent signature of a century-long journey through history. Its composition, like all Standing Liberty quarters, was 90% silver and 10% copper, a perfect alloy that gave it both strength and luster. But after 106 years, the silver has aged like fine wine, giving this coin that rare golden surface collectors crave. Take a close look, because this coin demands attention. On the obverse, Lady Liberty stands proud, her right arm holding the shield high in defense, while her left hand extends the olive branch toward peace. The details on this 1919 piece, the sharp lines, the intricate robe texture, the visible stars around her, are breathtaking in this condition. Most coins from this era are worn, faint, faded, but not this one. Its beauty remains nearly intact. The date is crisp, the field smooth, and the toning, that golden halo, gives it an appearance that feels almost divine. Flip it over, and the reverse side reveals an eagle in flight, soaring with purpose and power, surrounded by 13 stars, one for each of the original states. The wings are so finely struck that you can see the smallest feather ridges. That's not just minting, that's American artistry frozen in silver. And that soft, golden layer? It's not paint, not polish, it's a natural transformation, a patina of time that turns an ordinary coin into an unforgettable masterpiece. Collectors pay extraordinary premiums for coins with this kind of original golden luster, because no two ever look alike. Each one is a fingerprint of history. Now here's where things become truly fascinating. The 1919 no-mint mark Standing Liberty Quarter is one of the toughest dates to find in well-preserved form. Over 11 million were minted, but almost all of them were heavily circulated. Most lost their detail decades ago. To find one today in such very pretty condition, still glowing with natural golden layers and sharp details, is like unearthing buried treasure that's been waiting for its moment to shine. Collectors across the United States, from major auction houses to private estates, have their eyes fixed on this year. Each time one appears in this level of preservation, the excitement is electric. Bidding starts strong, but it never stops there, because this coin's demand grows every single year. It's not just a collectible. It's a status symbol, a statement piece for serious numismatists, the kind of coin that sets apart casual collectors from true connoisseurs. Now let's talk about the number that everyone's waiting for. Brace yourself, Because this isn't small change. This is life-changing treasure. The current market value of this 1919 standing Liberty Quarter without mint mark, in its rare and stunning condition with golden layers, sits at an incredible $195,000. That's right, $195,000 for a single quarter that once glimmered under the mint lights in 1990. And here's the truth. That value isn't standing still. The market is rising sharply as more collectors realize that the 1919 issue, especially with this golden tone and preserved beauty, is among the sleeping giants of the series. The market value of this coin is increasing day by day. Don't take this as a collector's myth. This is truth. The next few years could easily see this price climb beyond all expectations. If you hold one of these coins, you don't just have a collectible. You have a treasure chest in your hands. A timeless piece of silver art that's now worth more than ever and still rising. If you're hunting for this extraordinary 1919 edition, pay close attention to surface luster and toning quality. Golden layers, when natural and even, add huge value, but artificial toning can destroy authenticity. Always inspect the coin under natural light or professional grading illumination. Examine the shield lines and Liberty's robe folds. Sharp detail means original strike strength, which collectors crave. Be patient, study this market, and remember, the rarest finds often appear where no one's looking. The 1919 standing Liberty Quarter is more than just a silver coin. It's a living memory of America's resilience, artistry, and heart. Its golden layers tell a silent story of time, history, and beauty untouched by the ages. It's proof that value doesn't fade. It grows, transforms, and glows brighter with every passing year. So if you're lucky enough to hold one, treat it not as a possession, but as a piece of American soul. A tiny masterpiece that connects your hands to a century of legacy. And remember, this is just the beginning. The treasures we're uncovering today are beyond imagination, and what's coming next will leave you speechless. Because on true coin value, every story is real, every discovery is fresh, and every video reveals the truth behind the coins that make history and fortune. Next up, there are moments in history when something small turns into something beyond belief. And right now, what you're about to see might just make your heart skip a beat. Because this next standing Liberty Quarter from 1926 is not just a coin. It's a masterpiece kissed by time, wrapped in mystery, and crowned with a golden secret that collectors crave like buried treasure. Yes, that small golden dot on its obverse side isn't just a mark, it's a symbol of destiny. Imagine a century-old coin, shining with that gentle golden layer, still whispering stories from the roaring 20s. The silent echoes of jazz clubs, Model T cars, and the dawn of modern America, all frozen in silver brilliance. The 1926 standing Liberty Quarter, without a mint mark, was born in Philadelphia. At a time when America was booming, jazz was roaring, and every coin that left the mint had a heartbeat of progress. Designed by the legendary Herman A. McNeil, the Standing Liberty series represented more than just currency. It was a declaration of freedom, strength, and American pride. Lady Liberty herself stands boldly at the coin's center, holding her shield and olive branch, a balance between defense and peace. But not every 1926 quarter carries the same spirit. This particular one, with its radiant golden dot on the obverse, is a mystery wrapped in beauty, a stunning anomaly that numismatists are still debating today. Some experts say that this golden glow came from a natural chemical toning process, Others believe it's the result of the coin's unique metal blend, reacting with time and storage. Whatever the cause, one thing is undeniable: this coin looks alive. It gleams with a warmth that standard silver simply cannot replicate. The most striking feature of this rare 1926 quarter is the golden dot, resting on the obverse side, a feature so mesmerizing that it instantly captures attention. Under the right light, it gleams like a drop of molten sunlight, turning this piece from a collector's item into a work of art. Collectors across the nation, from New York to California, have been captivated by this shimmering detail. It's like nature itself decided to bless this coin with its touch, giving it a personality that sets it apart from every other standing liberty ever struck. And its condition? Very good. That means it has survived almost 100 years without losing its striking details. Liberty's shield still stands strong, her robe still flows gracefully, and that iconic date, 1926, still glows proudly. Every groove, every texture, feels olive as if the coin refuses to age. Now let's talk about rarity, because this coin doesn't just appear out of thin air. The 1926 no mint mark standing Liberty Quarter is among the most sought after in the entire series. While millions were minted that year, only a tiny fraction have survived with their design intact and this unusual golden toning. Collectors hunt for uniqueness, for beauty, and for the stories behind their treasures. And this coin delivers on all three. The golden hue, the untouched surfaces, and the powerful symbolism make it one of the most desirable standing Liberty Quarters in private collections today. Every major auction that features this coin witnesses a spark. Bidders locking horns, prices soaring, and the atmosphere electric with anticipation. Because when one of these surfaces, it's not just a sale, it's an event. And here's the part that makes jaws drop. This coin, in its very good condition, with that golden highlight, currently holds market value of around $162,500. That's right, over $160,000 for a single quarter. A coin that could fit in your palm now stands as a symbol of wealth, history, and prestige. And the most unbelievable part? Its value is climbing every single day. Collectors and investors alike know this. It's not just money, it's momentum. This coin is a rising treasure, a historical gem whose price is destined to grow. Don't think of this as a fantasy. This is the real deal. You could be holding a future fortune in your hand. What we're seeing here is not an old coin. It's a golden opportunity, a legacy that keeps appreciating, a timeless relic that continues to shine brighter with each passing year. For every passionate collector watching this, remember this advice. Details are everything. Always look for sharpness in Liberty's gown folds, clarity in her facial features, and most importantly, any unique toning or markings that make your coin stand out. Those subtle signs can transform a standard find into a five-figure masterpiece. Keep your eyes open at estate sales, auctions, and coin shows. History doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes it's hiding in plain sight, just waiting for someone with a true eye for value to uncover it. So there you have it. The 1926 standing Liberty Quarter without a mint mark, glowing with a golden dot, like the heartbeat of time itself. A coin that carries not just metal, but memories. Not just value, but vision. This isn't luck, it's legacy. Remember, every single day, true coin value brings you freshly updated treasures from the world of numismatics. These stories aren't myths. They're real, rare, and ready to change how you see every coin in your hand. Because sometimes what seems ordinary is the very thing that can make you extraordinary. Next up, sometimes a coin doesn't just exist. It breathes, it whispers, it carries the soul of its time. And the coin you're about to see, the 1918 standing Liberty Quarter without a mint mark, is a living, glowing relic from America's heartbeat itself. Look closely. Do you see it? The brown waves dancing across its surface? That's not dirt. That's history, shimmering like ripples across time. This is not an ordinary find, my friends. This is one of those coins that numismatists chase for decades, a survivor from the end of World War I, a symbol of peace and liberty emerging from chaos, and today, one of the most breathtaking treasures in the entire Standing Liberty series. Let's travel back to 1918. The Great War had just ended. The world was exhausted, but America stood strong, hopeful, proud, rebuilding its spirit. At that time, the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia struck one of the most beautiful coins ever conceived, the Standing Liberty Quarter, created by the artist Herman A. McNeil. Every curve, every fold, every line of this design symbolized courage and peace. Lady Liberty, standing tall with her shield of protection and her olive branch of hope, became the face of a recovering nation. But not every 1918 quarter carried the same destiny. A small number, like this one, aged in a way that feels almost supernatural. Over more than a century, this particular piece developed what collectors now call the brown waves, a mesmerizing pattern of toning across its silver surface. It looks like rolling tides frozen in metal, a visual poetry created by time itself. Now, what makes this coin truly unforgettable is that extraordinary brown wave toning, a natural transformation that occurred through decades of oxidation and perfect storage conditions. When you tilt this coin under light, it doesn't just reflect, it flows. The colors shift from chocolate brown to deep bronze, giving it the illusion of moving water. It's not damage, it's art sculpted by time. Collectors and curators across the U.S. call it one of the most hauntingly beautiful Standing Liberty Quarters ever seen. The detail in Liberty's gown still pops. Her shield shines proudly, and every small contour of the background radiates that magical toning that can't be replicated, not by man, not by machine. It's as if the ocean itself left its signature on this piece of history. But what truly pushes this coin into legendary status is its rarity. The 1918 no mint mark quarters were minted in decent numbers, but over the decades, most have been lost, melted, or worn beyond recognition. To find one in extra fine condition, with this rare natural wave pattern still intact, is like striking gold in the middle of a desert. Only a handful of coins like this exist in the entire collector's world. Each one tells a different story through its tone and texture. No two are the same. That's what drives collectors absolutely wild, because this coin isn't just valuable, it's one of one. In coin auctions, when a 1918 brown waves quarter appears, you can almost feel the electricity in the room. The bidding starts quietly, but within minutes, it becomes a storm. Collectors know they're not just buying metal, they're buying magic. And now, the moment everyone waits for. The current market value of this astonishing 1918 Standing Liberty Quarter, in extra fine condition, with its unique brown wave toning, stands at a jaw-dropping $188,000. That's not a typo, that's a fact. This little piece of silver carries the weight of an entire century of history and a fortune in its shine. And listen closely, its price isn't slowing down. Every year, as collectors realize how few examples remain in this condition, the demand surges higher. This coin's value is growing like wildfire. It's a financial treasure with a heartbeat. This isn't fiction, this isn't fantasy, this is the truth that the market is shouting loud and clear. If you owned this coin right now, you wouldn't just be holding a collectible, you'd be holding a legacy, a symbol of power, a historical masterpiece whose worth keeps rising like the tide that inspired its tones. Now here's where every true coin hunter should pay attention. If you ever come across a 1918 Standing Liberty quarter, take your time. Inspect its surface carefully under soft light. Look for those brown waves, those delicate shifts in tone that seem to move as you tilt the coin. That's your signal. That's what separates an ordinary piece from a legendary treasure. And never forget, condition and originality are everything. Avoid cleaned coins. Avoid repolished ones. The natural patina, that untouched glow, is what drives collectors crazy and skyrockets value. True originality is what turns silver into gold in the collector's world. So, train your eye, trust your instinct, and who knows, the next time you open an old drawer or attend a small-town estate sale, you might uncover your own ocean of fortune. The 1918 Standing Liberty quarter, without a mint mark, blessed with those mysterious brown waves, isn't just an antique, it's alive. Every swirl of tone, every shine on its edge, feels like a heartbeat frozen in metal. It connects us to a moment in time when America was reborn, stronger, prouder, and freer. This coin doesn't whisper wealth, it roars it. It's a timeless treasure that keeps appreciating in beauty and in price, a masterpiece that proves history never truly fades. Next up, there are coins that catch your eye, and then there are coins that stop your heart. The 1929 Standing Liberty quarter, without a mint mark, isn't just another silver piece. It's a miracle preserved in metal. Grey mist and golden fire swirl across its surface like twilight frozen forever. And what if I told you this one tiny coin could hold the kind of fortune people spend a lifetime chasing? This is coin 7 in our countdown, born in the last breath of the Roaring Twenties, when America danced on the edge of history, unaware that everything was about to change. And this coin survived it all. 1929, the jazz was loud, the cars were fast, the skyscrapers reached the clouds, and the stock market was about to crash. In that fateful year, at the Philadelphia Mint, the final Standing Liberty quarters rolled off the presses. It was the end of one of America's most artistic coin designs. The last year Lady Liberty would stand before being replaced by the Washington Quarter. Artist Herman A. McNeil's creation had come full circle. Liberty stands proud, shield in hand, olive branch extended, embodying strength and peace. Yet the 1929 issue feels different. Its lines sharper, its stance somehow heavier, as if it already knew it would be the last of its kind. Every surviving 1929 quarter carries the echoes of that moment. The crash, the uncertainty, the transformation of a nation. And this particular piece, shimmering with its haunting mix of grey and gold, has become one of the most breathtaking testaments to that turbulent time. What sets this coin apart is its extraordinary natural patina, a dance of grey and gold that seems almost otherworldly. Over the decades, the silver alloy beneath has aged in harmony, creating metallic layers that reflect light like morning fog meeting sunrise. From one angle, it looks stormy grey, cool and elegant. Shift it slightly, and a soft golden sheen rises, warm, delicate, alive. It's not artificial toning. It's nature's art. The kind of surface that can't be replicated, can't be faked. It can only happen once, over nearly 100 years. And its condition, very beautiful. Not cleaned, not dulled by time. The date, 1929, still strikes bold. Liberty's shield still gleams, and her robe folds still breathe with lifelike detail. This isn't just preservation, it's perfection aged gracefully. Because 1929 marked the final year of the Standing Liberty series, collectors across the world chase it relentlessly. But finding one in this kind of untouched, naturally layered beauty, that's where the real treasure lies. For years, numismatists have called coins like this transition ghosts, pieces that bridge eras. They're the last whispers of one design before history turns the page. And collectors will pay almost anything to hold that moment in their hands. Auction floors grow tense when one of these appears. Bidders lean forward, voices low, hearts racing. Every number called out feels like a drumbeat of destiny, because this isn't just a coin, it's the last breath of a masterpiece. And now, the number that sends shivers through every collector's spine. The current market value of this 1929 Standing Liberty Quarter, in very beautiful condition, adorned with its breathtaking grey and golden layers, stands today at a staggering $155,000. Yes, $155,000 for a single quarter. That's not hype, that's today's truth. A coin so rare, so visually hypnotic, that it's become a symbol of both history and prosperity. And its value climbing higher day after day. This is a treasure that grows stronger with time. Every year, fewer pristine examples appear. Every year, the desire for them intensifies. Don't underestimate it. This isn't just a piece of silver. It's a key to fortune, a relic of beauty that the world refuses to forget. If you're out there hunting for the 1929 Standing Liberty Quarter, remember this. Pay attention to color and contrast. True authenticity lives in subtlety, the smooth gray fading into gold, the untouched luster, the delicate shadowing around Liberty's shield. That's what gives a coin its soul. Avoid artificially toned coins, they lack depth. Look for natural transitions of shade, the softness that only decades of honest aging can create. And if you find one, hold on tight. You're not just holding a coin, you're holding the last heartbeat of an American era. The 1929 no mint mark Standing Liberty Quarter isn't just the end of a design, it's the end of an age. Those gray and golden tones shimmer like a setting sun on Liberty's horizon, a perfect farewell to one of the most beloved coin designs in US history. It's rare, it's radiant, and it's real. A piece of history whose price and prestige rise with every passing year. Not fiction, not rumor, this is truth. This coin is wealth made visible, beauty made eternal. And here, at True Coin Value, we bring you treasures like this every single day. Fresh updates, true stories, and the hidden legends of America's rarest coins. Because what you hold might just be worth far more than you ever imagined. Stay with us. The next coin could be the one that changes everything. You're watching True Coin Value, where history shines, fortune speaks, and every coin tells a story money can't describe. Next up, sometimes a coin doesn't just represent history, it holds it. And tonight, what I'm about to show you is one of the most mesmerizing survivors of America's golden age. A coin born in 1924 in the heart of Philadelphia, untouched by any mint mark, and carrying within it a legacy that refuses to fade. This isn't just metal. This isn't just currency. This is one of those rare pieces that make collectors whisper and historians pause. A 1924 Standing Liberty Quarter in very fine condition. And its beauty, timeless. Its value, almost unbelievable. But we'll get to that in a moment. For now, let's dive into the stormy silver seas of the 1920s, where every shine, every mark, every fold of Liberty's robe tells a story money alone can't buy. The year was 1924. America was roaring with jazz, ambition, and endless dreams. The world was recovering from war, and a new sense of freedom pulsed through every street, every invention, every heart. Amidst this wave of modernity, the U.S. Mint released one of the most poetic designs in American history, the Standing Liberty Quarter. Created by the brilliant artist Herman A. McNeil, this design wasn't just art, it was a statement. Liberty stands tall, shield raised, olive branch extended, strong yet peaceful, powerful yet compassionate. Every line of her figure was carved with intention, every symbol chosen with care. This was America, confident and proud, captured in silver. The 1924 issue, struck at the Philadelphia Mint without a mint mark, carried that same spirit. But it came with something special, a sharpness of detail, a clarity of strike that made it shine above many of its predecessors. It was as if the Mint knew this coin would have to carry the image of liberty for generations to come. Now let's talk about what makes this coin truly one of a kind. Over the decades, the 1924 Standing Liberty Quarter has developed a surface tone that numismatists describe as living metal. Even after 100 years, it reflects light with a warmth that feels alive, not polished, not exaggerated, just naturally perfect. The gown draped around Liberty still flows with elegance. The shield's crossbars remain clear. And look closely, her olive branch, though small, still gleams softly under light, symbolizing peace that never faded. For a coin minted a century ago, to retain this much original detail is nothing short of miraculous. And this piece, in very fine condition, stands out even among its peers. It's as though time respected it, as though it knew this one was meant to last. Now here's where things get fascinating. The 1924 no mint mark, Standing Liberty Quarter, may not be the lowest mintage coin in the series, but its condition rarity is where it shines. Most examples of this year were heavily circulated, worn down by years of commerce during the bustling 20s and Depression era that followed. Finding one in very fine condition, with strong design elements still crisp and bold, is exceptionally rare. That's what drives collectors wild. Because this isn't just about owning a coin, it's about owning the survival of beauty itself. Today, major collectors, private investors, and even museums are hunting these survivors. Every time one shows up in an auction, the energy shifts. Voices quiet, hearts race, bids climb. It's not just the metal they're fighting for. It's the story, the pride, the art of America itself. Now, here's the part that turns dreams into disbelief. The current market value of the 1924 Standing Liberty Quarter, no mint mark, in very fine condition stands today at an astonishing $170,500. Yes, over $170,000 for a single quarter. But remember, this isn't ordinary money. This is a treasure born of artistry, history, and sheer rarity. Its value isn't just in silver, it's in soul. And the truth? The value of this masterpiece is rising every single day. The demand curve for pristine standing liberties is exploding, and this particular date is leading the charge. Don't think for a second that this is exaggerated. It's not fiction. It's fact. Every serious collector in the United States knows this coin is a sleeping giant, and its worth only climbs higher with time. If you're holding one right now, you're not just a collector, you're a keeper of fortune, a guardian of history. You're holding a piece of America that has outlasted everything else. Wars, crashes, generations, and it's still gaining power. Here's something every coin enthusiast must remember. When it comes to standing Liberty quarters, the smallest detail can make the biggest difference. Always look for sharp shield lines, clear gown folds, and visible date digits. These are your markers of value. Beware of over-cleaned coins. They lose their authenticity. Seek those natural silver tones, that original luster that tells you it has never been tampered with. True beauty lies in the untouched. That's where the treasure hides. If you ever stumble upon a 1924 quarter that glows under soft light, take a closer look. You might just be staring at a piece of history worth far more than gold. The 1924 Standing Liberty Quarter, without a mint mark, is more than just a collectible. It's a monument in miniature form. It represents America's strength, artistry, and eternal pursuit of freedom. Its design lives on, its story continues, and its value keeps climbing higher and higher. And that's why, my friends, every day here on True Coin Value, we uncover these silent miracles. Treasures that most people overlook, yet hold unimaginable worth. Coins that were once pocket change, now transformed into fortunes. So stay tuned, because the next coin on our list will take your breath away. You're watching True Coin Value, where every coin tells a story, every story builds excitement, and every discovery might just be your next great fortune. Don't blink. The next one could be the treasure you've been waiting for. Next up, there are coins, and then there are legends. And what you're about to see isn't just a coin, it's a time traveler. A silver witness to a century of American history, perfectly preserved, untouched by time itself. This, my friends, is the 1917 Standing Liberty Quarter without a mint mark and in uncirculated condition. A coin so breathtaking, so flawless, it feels like it was minted yesterday, yet it carries a value today that will leave you absolutely speechless. How much, you ask? A staggering $197,000. But to understand why this single quarter is worth more than luxury cars, let's uncover its incredible story, one that begins over 100 years ago. The year was 1917. The world was at war. The United States had just entered World War I. Factories thundered with production, soldiers prepared to sail, and in the midst of all this turmoil, the U.S. Mint quietly released one of the most beautiful coins ever struck, the Standing Liberty Quarter. Designed by the great sculptor Herman A. McNeil, this coin represented America's spirit during one of its most defining eras. Liberty stands proud, shield in one hand, olive branch in the other, ready to defend, yet always seeking peace. Ayit. It was the symbol of hope, courage, and freedom, engraved in pure silver. And in 1917, something special happened, a design change that turned this coin into a legend. Early in 1917, the first version of the Standing Liberty Quarter was released. Liberty was shown with a partially exposed breast, symbolizing purity and courage. But controversy erupted. Critics argued it was too revealing for a national coin. Newspapers called it scandalous. And so, mid-year, the Mint changed the design, covering Liberty with chainmail armor. That means 1,917 coins come in two different varieties. Type 1, the original design, and Type 2, the revised. Both are rare, but finding either type in uncirculated condition, untouched by human hands for over a century, is nearly impossible. Yet that's exactly what this coin is, a pristine, mirror-bright survivor of an era long gone. Look closely. The luster of this 1917 quarter still shines with its original brilliance. The fine details, Liberty's flowing robe, her shield's crossbars, even the tiny stars that circle the rim, all perfectly preserved. Most coins from this time were used daily. They passed through thousands of hands, lost their shine, and were worn down by history. But this one never saw a single day of circulation. It sat in a collector's vault, untouched, protected, waiting for this moment, waiting to tell its story. That untouched silver glow isn't just metal. It's a century-old promise, the promise that beauty, art, and history never truly fade. Collectors know the truth. Uncirculated 1917 standing Liberty quarters are among the most desirable coins in the world. Why? Because most were worn to oblivion during the roaring 1920s. Uncirculated examples with full detail and mint luster are virtually extinct. Every time one appears at an auction, the bidding wars are intense. Experts, investors, and museums all know what it means, an untouched piece of American silver history. And the numbers prove it. This 1917, no mint mark, uncirculated quarter has soared in value to an unbelievable $197,000, and it's still climbing. The demand is growing faster than supply. With every passing year, fewer pristine examples remain. That's what makes this coin not just rare, but irreplaceable. If you ever come across a 1917 quarter, take your time. Examine every detail. Look for sharp, crisp lines on Liberty's shield. The texture on her gown should be clear and flowing. Check for full rims, a strong strike, and that silky silver glow of original mint luster. And remember, no mint mark means it was struck in Philadelphia, the heart of American coinage. Coins from this mint are among the most historically significant of the series. Never clean or polish such coins. You could erase the very surface that gives them life and value. Natural toning and patina are part of their beauty, the marks of authenticity. The 1917 standing Liberty quarter, no mint mark, in uncirculated condition, isn't just worth $197,000. It represents the pinnacle of early 20th century coinage. A relic from an age when every coin was art, every strike was a masterpiece. It's not just silver, it's history, frozen in perfection. 100 years ago, someone set this coin aside, maybe by luck, maybe by instinct, never knowing it would one day be worth a fortune. And today it stands as proof that even the smallest pieces of the past can hold the greatest treasures of the future. The 1917 standing Liberty quarter, no mint mark, uncirculated. It's not just a coin, it's a story of courage, controversy, and preservation. It's a symbol of America's eternal spirit, carved in silver and sealed by time. And here on True Coin Value, we don't just show you coins, we uncover living legends. Because somewhere in your collection, or maybe in your pocket change, could lie the next great discovery. So, stay tuned, because the next coin might just make you question everything you thought you knew about value, rarity, and fortune. You're watching True Coin Value, where every coin tells a story, and every story could change your life. Next up, some coins are not just relics, they're living echoes of the past. And today we unveil a piece that has traveled through generations, a survivor of time, a symbol of endurance, and a treasure that carries the heartbeat of an entire century. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 1927 standing Liberty quarter, without a mint mark. And yes, even though it's a circulated coin, it stands as one of the most valuable and mesmerizing pieces ever created in US. Coinage history. You might think that coins lose value with wear, but not this one. This coin has earned its scars. Every mark, every faint scratch, every soft curve is a signature of time, and it's worth a jaw-dropping $165,000. But before we reveal why this slightly worn piece of silver has become a collector's dream, let's journey back to its origins, to the golden age of American artistry. The year was 1927. The Roaring Twenties were in full swing. Jazz filled the streets, cars roared through the cities, and prosperity swept across America like a storm of optimism. Yet, amidst this economic euphoria, the U.S. Mint continued its silent duty, striking the coins that kept this growing nation moving. And one of the most elegant artistic creations of that era was none other than the Standing Liberty Quarter. Designed by Herman A. McNeil, this quarter was far more than a medium of exchange. It was a declaration, liberty standing strong, holding her shield and olive branch, guarding peace while ready for defense. The message was clear. America was powerful but moral, brave but peaceful, and the 1927 issue captured that very spirit. The 1927 Standing Liberty Quarter was struck in 90% silver and 10% copper, weighing 6.25 grams. That blend gave it not only durability, but also an ethereal shimmer, the kind of luster that makes collectors' hearts race even today. No mint mark means it was born in Philadelphia, the cradle of American coinage. And every coin from that mint that year was a silent witness to an era of pride, creativity, and prosperity before the storm of the Great Depression. Most of these coins circulated heavily, used in everyday life, exchanged for goods, wages, and dreams. But the few that survive today in great shape tell a story that's almost cinematic, a story of endurance. At first glance, you see Liberty standing tall, her right hand holding a shield adorned with the stripes of the American flag, her left hand extending an olive branch toward the world. Around her, the word Liberty shines proudly, and at her feet, the date 1927 whispers the year of its creation. The reverse carries the image of a majestic eagle soaring high, a symbol of freedom and unbreakable strength. But what makes the 1927 issue so captivating is the elegance of its design paired with the rarity of its survival. Even circulated, its soft edges, light toning, and golden hue from years of handling give it a living warmth, a feeling that you're holding a century of human history in your palm. Now here's where the magic happens. 1927 was a strange year for the Standing Liberty Quarter. Mintage numbers were lower than expected, and many coins were heavily used until they were almost unrecognizable. That makes surviving examples extremely rare, especially those still retaining design clarity. Collectors chase this date feverishly. Why? Because it represents the end of an era. By 1930, the design was discontinued, replaced by the Washington Quarter, meaning 1927 was one of the last true standing liberties ever struck. It's like owning the final heartbeat of a legend. And although this coin shows signs of circulation, its rarity, design, and emotional connection to America's golden age give it a value beyond imagination. Today, this 1927 Standing Liberty Quarter, no mint mark, in circulated condition, stands tall with a stunning current market value of $165,000, a figure that's no accident. This is not just a number. It's a reflection of legacy, demand, and a truth the coin world already knows. Some treasures gain value not because they're perfect, but because they survived. And this one survived beautifully. Its value is rising, steadily, confidently, and endlessly. Collectors across America are holding their breath, watching this coin's worth climb higher year after year. Don't take this as fiction. This is real, this is happening, and those who understand its potential see it as a silent goldmine waiting to explode in value. Owning this coin is like holding a piece of pure American history, a treasure that refuses to fade even after a century. If you ever find a 1927 standing Liberty quarter, look closely. Check for the sharpness of Liberty's features, the clarity of the date, and the presence of that proud eagle on the reverse. Even circulated examples with strong detail can command astronomical prices. Never underestimate a coin because of wear. Sometimes the most weathered pieces are the ones that tell the most powerful stories. Preserve them carefully, keep them away from cleaning agents, and always store them in protective holders. Because one day, that slightly worn silver disc might become your biggest fortune. So, here we stand, at the close of our incredible journey through the top 10 ultra-rare and most valuable standing Liberty quarters. And what better coin to end with than the 1927 no-mint mark, a coin that's been held, passed, spent, and yet survived to become a national treasure worth $165,000 and climbing. It's not just a coin, it's a time capsule, a fragment of American greatness, a coin that whispers stories from the roaring 20s straight into your heart. And remember, here on True Coin Value, we bring you the truth, the rarity, and the legacy behind every piece of precious metal. We update daily with fresh finds, newly discovered treasures, and stories that will keep your heart racing and your mind inspired. Because in this world, it's not about finding money, it's about uncovering history. And sometimes, history can make you rich beyond imagination. You're watching True Coin Value, where passion meets discovery, and every coin tells a story worth a fortune.